Hey guys, how's it going? This is Tim, bringing you guys daily deals with Tim, where I talk about the latest news and deals on cryptocurrency, all for you guys. And before I begin, this is my personal opinion and not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about the Bitcoin fork frenzy. Man, I'm just kind of, I don't know what to say about this. It's so crazy how there's so many forks of Bitcoin coming up day after day, almost couple every month. And this seems to be like the new trend now, that some developers from nowhere just comes into this space and says, I want to fork Bitcoin and I'm going to give these free money to all the Bitcoin holders. And suddenly they have crazy market cap and they have people buying in for speculation. Now, like, my opinion is that there's only one Bitcoin, and that is the legacy Bitcoin. I think all the other forks of Bitcoin, unless they have a specific use for it, unless they have a specific use case for it, like a smart contract, or if it does something else special, I don't think it's going to last long. Because, I mean, the Bitcoin itself, it's used as a currency or a store of value. It doesn't really have a special purpose unless it's to be spent or it's to be saved. In contrast, there's things like Ethereum where you can make smart contracts and build ICOs on top of it, or like Monero is kind of like it's just a currency with private. Neo is a platform. Dash has masternode system with governance from the masternodes. Everything else is kind of special in their own ways, but Bitcoin, it's one of its own kind. It's simply a currency or a store of value, and whichever way that you put it in. And all these forks of Bitcoin is trying to be the same, except like tweak something. Like Bitcoin Cash doesn't have SegWit, and they have 8 megabyte block size. Bitcoin Gold has a new algorithm and is ASIC resistant. And Bitcoin Diamond, I think, has 10 times the supply, and it's supposed to be faster with lower fee. But that's with anything else. Just look at any coins out there in the market. I don't know, 200th. Of course, it has faster transactions and lower fee because it has a billionth of Bitcoin transactions happening. So if you say faster fee and it's lowered, faster transaction, lower fee, compare the number of transactions that are going on. Of course, it's gonna have lower fee and faster transactions. Same with Bitcoin Cash. And I just think all these forks are so it's so meaningless to me. I mean, where are they? How are they giving this free cash to all the Bitcoin holders? Like, there is no regulation set upon forking Bitcoin. I mean, I just wish every exchange or all the people out there saying we're not going to accept this forked version of Bitcoin because these are frauds, these are copies of Bitcoin trying to be Bitcoin. However, that's going to come with consequences because people are going to demand their free money and saying, why aren't you giving us the forked version so that I could sell it for Bitcoin? Now, I think there is a very good alternative to this, is that because this problem, this forking of Bitcoin, it's a problem for the exchanges because it is their role or is their job to give these forked version of Bitcoin back to the customers, because these forks are being kind of airdropped to the Bitcoin holders. I think a great solution for this is if the exchanges do not accept these fraud versions, forked versions, and just say, okay, we're just going to sell all of these for Bitcoin and distribute the Bitcoin according to how much you were holding originally. I think this is a great solution because now you don't have to make a separate wallet for all these forks, and the Bitcoin holders get more Bitcoin for doing nothing, just holding on to it. So I think this is a great solution. I know that there's a couple exchanges that are doing it. I think one exchange did that with Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Gold. I don't remember, but if all the exchanges do this, then all these forks of Bitcoin they have to go through the normal process of being listed on an exchange without just being said, okay, you're going to have to list us, because if you don't, all these people are going to be mad at you and they're going to sue you. So you have to list us. Instead of doing that, the exchanges can simply say, okay, we will give the profit back to the Bitcoin holders, but we won't list this fork unless it's worthy to be up there. And if it's not listed on an exchange, then these forks will kind of fade away because it doesn't have enough kind of power or support to be up there. And I don't see a lot of support for these forks, other than it might be a quick money, and that someone's gonna pump it. You know, there's gonna be some pump and dumper out there that's gonna look at these forks and say, okay, this fork, we're gonna get a group, pump this coin so hard, like Bitcoin Cash, and they're gonna get out, and all the people who invested on the way are gonna have it at a loss. Now, this can't happen with regular Bitcoin because there's so much support in it. It's not just a pump and dump coin. It is immense support. It is global, and is accepted that it is the decentralized peer-to-peer protocol for the future. So, all this said, my position on forks is that those are frauds, and if they try to become Bitcoins, 100% they're not Bitcoin. Even with Bitcoin Cash, I don't believe it's a Bitcoin. I think it should have been called something else. Maybe, I don't know what they might have been called, but I only think there's only one Bitcoin, and I will stand by that. And this might be kind of a political move, I think. Like, people say this is like political stuff. Like, if you're only for Bitcoin, then you're choosing to be one spectrum of the political side. I really don't think so. Although it can be, but like one of the very informational YouTubers out there, I think Coin Mastery, Carter Thomas, he says that he invested into Bitcoin Cash as a hedge against Bitcoin, which means that if Bitcoin goes down, then there's a possibility that Bitcoin Cash will go up. So that kind of a risk against yourself. However, I don't think Bitcoin Cash will ever dominate Bitcoin or be this kind of dominating factor. I could be wrong, but that is just my stance on it. I don't have a single money into Bitcoin Cash, nor will I put it, even if it becomes the dominating force. And that is that. All right, so there's so many forks. There's Bitcoin Gold, and one thing, Bitcoin Gold went up to the 5th rank like a couple minutes ago, maybe 10-20 minutes ago. And I think that is because the amount of Bitcoin Gold out there is the same as Bitcoin, regular Bitcoin. It's a little different, maybe 30 million less, but still, with that amount and with the price, it like automatically put it up that high. I really don't understand this, how you can just fork Bitcoin and just say, here you go. And we're at 5.7 billion market cap. And they literally launched like 3 months ago, without doing any work. Just saying, this is how much it's gonna be. I'm gonna give it to all the Bitcoin holders. And now we're at 5th place of the market cap. I just don't understand it. And I'm not going to invest anything into it. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, there's this thing called Bitcoin Diamond, where it's like the 10 times this Bitcoin supply, so it's going to be at 210 million. And there's so many speculation around it. And if you just type Bitcoin in the coin market cap, there's so many Bitcoin forks out there. And just my outlook on it is that I'm not going to care about all these forks. Only Bitcoin and everything else that I'm interested in, because like Litecoin, it doesn't advertise itself as to be Bitcoin. No, it is Litecoin is Litecoin, Dash is Dash, Monero is Monero, Neo is Neo. It doesn't say, oh, the Neo is a new Bitcoin, or the IOTA is a new Bitcoin. No, they don't advertise themselves as Bitcoin. I believe there's a unique characterization, or like a type, to all these cryptocurrencies and for their uses, and I just don't like all these forks being a fraud to Bitcoin. Anyways, that is my stance on it. I don't know, tell me what you guys think about it. I mean, you guys can say, well, I'm gonna hedge myself against Bitcoin by investing into Bitcoin Cash. You could do that, kind of follow Carter Thomas's method, but just my view of it is that I think these forks will slowly kind of chop down. There are going to be pump and dumps where it's going to have massive run-ups, and people are going to lose a lot because they invested into it while it's on the go, and it's not a stable currency, all these forks. Let me tell you that. So just be careful out there investing into these forks, because there might be a time where it's on a constant down, and you might be able to get some profit out of it by trading. But if you guys didn't know, I don't trade that much. I'm a long-term investor. I'm a hodler, so that's not my point on it. I can't say much about it. Anyways, if you guys like these kind of videos, like this video, comment below, and smash that subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, check out my links below, and I really appreciate that. And as always, I'll bring you guys more deals on Daily Deals with Tim.